second or something at the last as you, if I remember correctly. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Cherry.
What was that again?
I was like Tuttle got like second at like the last.
Yes,
one of the last
yeah.
years.
The most recent NAS Junior for this, he took second against Degen, who plays Grandma Gertie. So we had Nigel and Grandma in top 2, which was crazy.
Wow.
That's definitely like Atom Bomb versus Coffin Baby level of matchups right there.
Also, well, maybe it's a shame then that Tuttle is not here this time around.
Right.
But we are going to get the Nigel Thornberry versus the Grandma Gertie. No, what the hell?
Wrong Jellyfish Fields. They playing the campaign mode right now, bro.
Oh man.
But let me see. About Nigel, it's like he's interesting because like he's a character that like when you get a hit, he can do some like crazy confirms. Also, his movement is like pretty good overall. At the same time, though, of course, disadvantage is very bad and pretty light. So he's like light but not floaty. So he like dies early but still gets combo pretty well.
Yeah.
His disadvantage is rough.
He is Schrodinger's character. He is not heavy, but he is very light and feels heavy and gets comboed like a heavy. So we'll have to see how Simba is able to. Oh my God, they did it again!
Oh my God! Please.
Oh, they both are just looking at each other like, what the hell did we just do? Oh. Oops, I did it again. I picked jellyfish, the wrong stage. So oops, we die again.
Beautiful.
Thank you. You can buy my new album, Whitney Sparks. There you go.
That shit about to go triple plastic on the charts. It's going crazy.
Triple plastic on the chart. Oh, I hope. Okay, they're picking the right stage this time. Or they're putting it to random, it looks like. Wait a minute.
There's Cherry in here.
Oh, it's Cherry.
Oh, what's going on? There's like a bug with it. So pretty much sometimes if the last spectator can somehow have the like impact on the stage selection. And I'm not sure why it would always select Jelly, but depending on like what your last stage was, it can sometimes like not let you have the priority, I guess. So by selecting it to random, it pretty much forfeits my ability to pick as a spectator, which is really weird. But it solves the problem, so it's a bit quicker than like resetting or something or making a new lobby.
Well, hopefully we're gonna get you that game soon. And I'll be interested to see. But yeah, like you mentioned, there are like Pug and Simba have stuck to the character pretty faithfully. Even though if you ask Pug, like, what do you think of Nigel? He sucks. Like that is the go-to response from both of them, and I believe Simba as well. But now we're getting right into this game number 1 with Simba and Jamboree. We can see Simba already getting some great forward airs going off. That's the advantage state we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, great nair though. That nair, I will say, is awesome. That is easily one of his best moves. That would have killed him unironically right there.
Oh, absolutely. Like, he's just so light, man. It's just scary every time you get hit, but at the same time, it can be scary when Nigel gets hit too, though. Especially if you go for a lot of those snaps, they can kill very early percents. But you gotta be brave to do them because of course you can't slime cancel them.
Right. And that just using the back throw here really. Oh, that was unfortunate. You could see Simba. Great reaction from Simba though, using the slime to get back. But you definitely tell they were not anticipating that. I love the use of side B there. The one thing though I gotta say is I don't like how they made when I was still trying to play this character before I gave up. It was like, all right, Nigel's not for me.
Right.
Is I really don't understand how they nerfed the aerial down strong or I remember reading that. I'm like, Nigel is the worst character in the game already. Why are you doing that?
It was one of those things where it was just annoying to do with move, honestly.
Oh, it definitely is, but it is such a strong mix-up tool.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you have players like me who are bad at the character and try to abuse it, it can get called out very easily. Then you have people like Simba who are using it actually very effectively, using it as a good mix-up tool. And right now, just playing the distance game, we can see, though, what happens, though, with Gertie. She gets these big hits, and it just sends Simba just flying.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of a game that, like, Nigel has to play a lot of time where, like, every hit of yours is basically, like, every hit of theirs is, like, 3 hits a year is pretty much with how light he is, what it feels like.
We can see Simba using this aerial down strong a little bit more now, just trying to find a way in.
Oh my god.
Trying to find a way in is going to cost them dies pretty early.
Just off that little sour spot down strong, bro. This guy is light.
Yeah. If that was mid-stage, that wouldn't have killed, but just because they were off to the right side, it sent them perfectly and misses the snap. Unfortunately, just didn't move when they got the hit.
Yeah.
Now they're in a... Oh, man. I was afraid that was going to be Wrecking Ball.
Man, definitely would like to see more of the side B snap attempts. I know it's something really good that Pug does a lot. Because, like, just trying to play the sort of honest game against Gertie especially, you can't. Yeah, this character, you just can't. You gotta play a little dirty.
Gertie is the most dishonest character in the game by far. I can't think of a more dishonest character. She literally has a move where she can pull out almost any item in the game. Some of them taking up the entire screen, and not only that, but you know, she's basically Peach. She just gets to cheat. Sometimes she gets an amazing item, and even if she doesn't get an amazing item, you still get an item.
Right. Let's see, they're putting up actually a lot of work for sure.
We can actually see Simba. It feels like Simba's starting to panic a little bit, trying to find these ins, but it's just not able to get anything. And now we see what Jamboree's doing. They're just chilling in the back. They don't have to approach anymore. And
no,
no!
I like that idea. I like that idea.
Yeah, I mean, you have to kind of go for it. You're already so behind. Like, what do you have to lose at this point?
Right.
Oh no, that's not going to kill just yet. 10% more. That definitely will. At that point, the clank gets the grab. Let's see what they're going to be able to get up. Don't tell me. Okay.
Loki, I think I would have killed like on a smaller roof stage. Oh my god.
That is definitely going to kill. That was a pretty decisive victory for Jamboree. I mean, we saw it start out pretty even, and then all of a sudden it was just Simba could not find any opening at all. Like, Jamboree would not give him the opening because it's one of those things with Nigel. When Nigel has the lead, you are forced to approach him, which is the worst thing you can do, and that goes for NASB 1 and NASB 2. Because once you have to approach, all Nigel has to do is just either bait anything out and then just whiff punish, or in this game, kind of in the same idea, but you also can just fly in the air and be lame for half the game, and then they have to approach you and put themselves in a bad position. With Jamboree got the lead and just said, you know what, I'm gonna chill over here. I'm gonna go for openings when I see it, and then I'm gonna just down smash constantly, which is what they did, and they got a lot of kills off of it. So, I don't know. Simba, I don't think it's one to switch characters, but after that, I wouldn't blame them necessarily, because I always thought Gertie, and I would love to hear your opinion on this, Black Mar. I think Gertie is one of Nigel's worst matchups.
Oh yeah, I agree for sure. Because I think it's been true like since the beginning of the game, honestly. Just how the character just is with all these like, you know, really good buttons. She has like decent ranged options, good camping tools. It's just like, it's a combination of stuff that's like rough for this character to deal with.
And the fact that she also is able to just, like you said, throw out projectiles, but then, you know, have moves that are so large. And frankly, when you're coming down, you can just get beaten out by them, like with your the aerial, when you're doing the Falcon dive. If she calls that out, like, there's almost nothing you can do. You have no recourse for that. And especially because she has a giant ass disjoint with her axe. So
Right.
you know, it's kind of a lose-lose situation. But we are going to, I'm forgetting the name of the stage, and I
Harmonic
feel
convergence.
harmonic convergence. I want to call it FD because it is, or it used to be FD. It's not so much FD anymore because of the platforms. But I'll be interested to see this choice. I think with this stage in particular, though, I feel like Gertie gets a lot off these platforms. Oh,
Yeah. So do I. I think theoretically the idea is you have just more room to just like move around and like mix up your approaches if you're forced to go in. It's probably the idea.
right. We can see young Simba is doing a lot better in this game.
Someone decent lag spike, maybe. Oh, ping bug, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see it. Oh.
That 2,150 MS is crazy. Oh my god.
Oh my lord. Jamboree went to Mars, I'm assuming.
Hit a Marvin up there for real quick.
I mean, considering, for you, who knows? Maybe he'll meet Erwin up there after you drop.
Oh my god.
That was what were you gonna say?
Random tangent. I fucking hate Erwin, bro. Like, I love Billy Manny as a whole, but oh my god, Erwin, that nigga just annoys the hell out of me.
Can I, I'll tell you this, right?
Go for it.
When when you made that tweet, okay, it looks like we're going to this stage instead. Okay, fair enough. When you made that tweet, I had thought, I'm like, nah, Erwin can't be that bad. I think you're just over exaggerating. And then I looked and I watched some of the clips and I was like, all right, whoever wrote this is fucked up. That's fucked up.
He's just the worst, man.
Oh my god, no, it was bad. Like, I was thinking, I was like, it can't be that bad. I remember Erwin being funny, and then I remember, I was like, this person, whoever wrote this character, had to have been white. Like,
Bro, he was both. He was down bad, a fucking dork, and just like, I just hate him. Anyway, back to the match.
I gotta say, I was watching that the whole time. Simba, great interactions from Simba. Gets a spike, and is able to find a lead in here. I actually really like this stage for Simba because the ceiling is so high. So you're not going to be able to necessarily get those early kills like you would want to if you're Jamboree. But that also works both ways. I mean, Gertie is kind of a heavier character, so Simba does have to work a little bit harder to get those kills. And as we can see, Jamboree just able to clean that up very easily.
Yeah, no, definitely very good stuff to him, though. Against Simba, of course, with his lead, but as we see, just those straight down shots, such like that, he can put in a lot of work. And just like that, man, 45% on him. Where did that damage come from?
57%. That's kill
percentage. Oh my god.
Oh, he gets the sweet spot of the
double
side B. Oh my god. Okay, so it clanked. Jamboree using the slime cancel in order to survive that. Almost, it wouldn't have killed, but it would have gotten pretty close. So I think Jamboree just did not want to risk it, but does get the down smash and just find themselves with a minor lead. But Simba can clean this up pretty quickly. But now, again, we're seeing it again. Jamboree is just playing back.
Yeah, no, just like forcing, as you started earlier, but just forcing Nigel had to go on the approach can definitely be a little rough for him. Unfortunately, though, that back throw does kill before Jamboree can get that much extra credit off.
But regardless, 42%, still 42% with Nigel, with how light that character is. But we can actually see Jamboree is struggling a little bit more to get in. Mainly, I think that's just because Simba is really spacing their aerials very well. But also, I think it's just Jamboree is just mistiming some of their hits. They expect to hit a little early, and it just kind of falls a little bit short. But regardless, we can see here, again, that down strong, putting in so much work.
Dude, it's just like so fast, so active. It's just like, it just catches him so off guard all the time.
Yeah, it is a no-fly zone. Like, that down smash is like if Wario had a good down smash. Remember how he would just spin on the ground, and it was one of the worst moves in the game?
Yeah, no, this is like the opposite. Just like if that move was just insane.
It's just such a good move, and we can already see 26% off to the right side of the stage. 26%, your death percentage.
Yeah,
on the
man,
right side of the stage.
It's just starting to snowball out of young Simba's favor, unfortunately. 50%, that's basically like half your life is Nigel, if that, honestly.
Gets the sour spot. More, it's possible that would have killed. Oh, young Simba having to use the slime to get back. I mean, I feel like they used almost all of their jumps. If not, they were down to like a couple.
Oh my god.
Is going to be able to make it back. Okay. Jamboree using the slime cancel to just live it out. But I don't know, man. This is looking... Simba has to play this without getting hit a single time. And I just don't know if that's possible. Jamboree is so aggressive, takes advantage of these advantage states really, really well. And now you're just so low. And Jamboree is looking for that that tournament winner right now.
All it took was just one lead to get out of control for Jamboree to sort of just take control in this man. They say just racking up so much more damage with these forward straws, with these down Bs, with this lag spike. It's crazy.
Oh man, he's going for it, but yeah, 100 ping. We can see Jamboree pausing there for a minute. This is not unwinnable as of yet. Goes for the down smash. Good wait out on Simba. Simba was expecting the roll in, uses the aerial up strong, doesn't get anything off of it. Simba's playing this very well, I have to say.
I don't think I've ever seen Nigel live this long, bro.
Oh! You know that snap is off the table at this point. Like, you can't go for it. But the knee is definitely on the table. It's actually not on the table. It's in Nigel's face as he gets propelled into loser's bracket. Great showing from Simba, especially right at the end. That final stock was actually quite impressive. They were able to live that long. It seems like they were really getting it down. However, Jamboree just was able to keep that momentum going from the first stock they got and just was able to really capitalize on their advantages states a little bit better than Simba, I would say. But Simba just didn't really like get a whole lot off. We saw them go for snap in game 1, but they never got it. I think they got it one time, and it was the slime cancel version, which is significantly weaker than normal snap. It would have been interesting to see if they just went for it, try to go for a read, even though it, like, in those instances, if you miss the read, that really screws you up. But you know, when you're behind, what more do you have to lose at that point? I feel like Nigel is a character you want to take at least some amount of risk when you can.
Oh yeah, especially against like those bad matchups, man. Like snap is the one thing that makes those bad matchups like doable, I feel, with him, right?
Right, I agree. But young Simba is going to have a chance to win in losers. Oh, you have drama.
So it looks like both players have gentlemen's to do a lag test to confirm if it was the ping bug due to that last stock happening not at the beginning of a match where the ping bug normally occurs. So ping bug normally is like, you can tell right from the get-go that, like, that first time we saw it definitely was a lag or a ping bug, but in that second match on Urkin, it happened mid-match. And so Simba and hanukkahjamboree are going to do a lag test to make sure that Hakana actually won that and not from lag, I guess.
All right.
So I think that if Hakana does have an issue with internet, we may end up DQing them.
Ooh, that'd be rough.
Ooh, that would be rough. But if you are laggy, it is what it is. You know, it's
right.
It'd be unfortunate in that case, you know, and I don't think that would be a win that Simba would feel good about.
Yeah.
Right. That would definitely be one of like, hey, I won, but I didn't win.
Right.
So
we'll have to see.
So we'll see. I'll be curious when it comes back. But in the meantime, though.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
You know, I gotta ask, and I know I've mentioned this twice already now.
For sure.
Kamar.
Me?
What? Like, I mean, I mentioned it. I saw like old clips of it, but have you hated Irwin since his inception, or was it just like you were thinking back? You were like, I hate this character, bro.
Even since his inception, I remember I had like a cousin who really liked the character, and like I remember we had like this Grand Adventures fighting game. It was like a Power Stone knockoff on GameCube, and my cousin he'd always pick Irwin. I'm like, bro, why are you picking this trash ass motherfucker, bro? Like. Yeah, I definitely didn't ever like the bro. But it's definitely gotten worse in hindsight. I already didn't like him. Now I hate that guy.
Well, I think now that it's just you look at it and you can kind of see like the groundwork it's laying. You're like, oh, it's all your fault. Got it.
Exactly.
I would say it's even though in the song, right? I hate the fact of referencing this. Even though it's referenced in the song, I feel like Kanye saw Irwin and said that guy is an Urkel, and that's why we had the Urkel line.
Yeah.
And in Dark Fantasy, it was because of Irwin. It wasn't because of Steve Urkel. It was because of Irwin.
I can believe that, honestly.
Yeah. God, dude. Yeah, whoever wrote that character, man. I hope they got paid well.
Right. I feel like I mentioned it, tweet. I was like that whole trend of like that fucking dorky ass black sidekick thing. I'm like, shout out Tucker for Day fan. I think Tucker for Day fans would do that same concept, but it's a million times better than Irwin.
Well, yeah, because they made Tucker actually smart. He was just kind of a goofball.
Yeah, he was low-key a simp sometimes too, but like, Irwin though, just man,
Irwin was down bad.
That brother's starving, bro. My goodness,
Dude, he was like he was starving, and half the shit he said, it's like, what did you just say? Like, bro, what are you doing? No.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Oh god. And Captain Planet. Oh god. Oh god.
Me, bro.
Yeah. Oh man. What are some other characters in cartoons that like a Nick cartoon you're like, oh, I hate that character too? Is there any character in particular?
On top of my head, less so. Like, there's some like I hate, like in a way that I like him though. Like Mr. Krabs, like, oh, you're an asshole, but you're funny. Like,
Yeah. I'm trying to think, is there any?